Am I too close? Am I too far away? I don't know. Because I bought a tablet without a front-facing camera. Bullocks. Anyway, obviously I bought a new tablet because the other one had a broken microphone, and plugging a microphone in didn't work because I tried that. And I'm kind of like looking at myself in a mirror, like in the thingamabobby thing, and it's the only reason I know what I even look like a little bit. If I'm too far or too close or whatever. So that's not even what this is about. Anyway, welcome back, badass nerds, to another video. Yeah, I really can't believe I bought a freaking tablet with a front-facing camera. It just sounds like a stupid I am. I'm looking at prices, like there's no difference between these. I don't have a freaking camera. That's like $30 more. Oh, okay. Anyway. So, I just got back from spending the day with my parents, my 8-year-old niece, and my older brother, who, I've mentioned in the past, not the greatest brother, so that was super fun, arguing with him about how many of my good friends he slept with on the way back from dropping his daughter off at her home. Anyway, so we went to see A Dog's Purpose tonight, and it was the most heart-wrenching movie I have ever seen in my entire life, and I almost didn't see it because a friend of mine told me that there's borderline, like, animal cruelty in it when this dog has to go into these rapids and it almost drowned and died. And she said there was footage, and I didn't look up the footage because I've been looking forward to seeing this movie for so long, and so I just like pretended I didn't know about it. And then when I saw the part that she was talking about, I was crying the entire movie, and then that's the only part I didn't cry at, because I was just thinking, like, this poor dog, this poor dog, this poor dog, which probably should have made me cry, but, like, I don't know, I guess I was more angry about that. This movie, I literally cried from beginning to end. Like, there was not one point in the movie where I wasn't crying. Like, there was some parts where I laughed, but I, like, had already been crying, so I was laughing while I was crying. I was crying, like, crying, like one would cry at a movie, like, the whole time. But it got to this one part that got really real for me, because, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to say it without just openly weeping. There was one part of the movie that got really real for me because of what I'm dealing with my dog, and, he, in about 2 weeks, he is going to be shipped off to his 3rd foster home in the last year and a half, and that breaks my heart. But I got him when he was just this tiny little baby. He was like 3 weeks old, and he's about three and a half now, so I had him for about 2 years. before I landed in this nursing home that I'm in right now. He was afraid of me at first, he was afraid of my wheelchair, and at first I couldn't take care of him, and we kind of like learned together how to deal with this, like he learned how to not be so squeamish about my wheels and my chair, and he learned to like if he got really scared, he learned to like climb up my legs onto my lap, like if fireworks were going off or something. And I slowly learned how to take care of him, how to feed him, clean up after him. I even rigged his leash so that I could put it on him, because I couldn't use the little clippy thing, so I had to put one of those big, like, rock climbing things. Can't remember what they're called. Those big clips, you know? And, like, I had to make some adaptations to some of his stuff so that I could take care of him, but we learned to do that together. I just love him so much, and the part in the movie that got way too real for me is, I really am going to try to say this without crying. It's so hard. Even thinking about it makes me cry. So, the dog is narrating the entire movie. And, his first, like, real owner, Ethan, is going off to college. And he doesn't understand it. He thinks they're playing fetch as Ethan's driving away, and he chases after him. And fuck, I know people are gonna think I'm such a baby for like even crying about this, but because I don't mention my dog a lot, I don't think, because it's a hard topic for me right now, because I can't do anything about what's going on. I know I did one video about how, like, he doesn't even, like, really remember who I am, but I know he does. It was just, I was very upset. But anyway, the movie, so the kid's driving away, and the dog's chasing him. He finally catches up to the car by taking the shortcut, and the kid says goodbye to him one more time, and throws his flattened football out the window and drives away. And like the dog's voice says, okay, I'm gonna try to say that. I'm really gonna try to say this without crying. And the dog's voice says, there's one thing that people do that dogs don't understand. And that is leave. And this is the point in the movie where I began bawling, just no holds barred, just sobbing, weeping, just snotty-nosed, just not even crying about the movie anymore, just crying about my dog. I know that none of this makes sense to him. And I know that he probably feels really deserted right now. Because we, as their owners, are basically their entire existence. And when I think about that, I can barely even live with myself, even knowing that I can't do anything about it. First, he was with my grandma, and he seemed pretty happy, even though every time she left, she locked him in a cage, and he wasn't allowed to go past the kitchen, and there were a lot of things then that I was concerned about, because he had been used to a lot of freedom and going out a lot when he was with me. But at least she was a familiar face. She was at my apartment a lot, so at least that was something, And now he's at one of the aides that used to work here. He's at her house, and she's been watching him for a long time, and she has been a godsend, really. And she cares for him like he was her own dog and her own responsibility. And she very, very rarely asks me for any money, for food, or for anything. It's crazy that I got that lucky. But she's gonna be leaving in a couple weeks, and my dog's gonna be going to live with my older brother, who is the one that put my van through somebody's house, and who I don't know if I even trust him like that, but I have no other choice, and it's so sad. It makes me feel so helpless. And that's all I can do, is just trust. But he's just having really bad separation anxiety. He's been chewing at his fur. He's just chewing his fur off. And I haven't seen him since Christmas, but at Christmas, he was half pink. Half of him had no hair on it because he had just scratched it or bit it all off. And it breaks my heart. Anyway, if you love animals and you want a good cry, a dog's purpose is a good movie for you, unless you're one of the ones protesting it because of the borderline animal cruelty. Well, it doesn't really actually sound borderline, it sounds just straight animal cruelty. If anything, people are gonna not watch this movie because of what I'm saying instead of watch it. And I don't really want to support animal cruelty. I've just been wanting to see that movie since I saw some ad for it in November. So at the end of this, I am gonna do just a little picture montage of my baby because I miss him and I need just to look through his photos and be reminded of why I need to do whatever I can to get out of here. Not just for me, but for that little rat that depends on me. Keep being nerdy, keep being badass. Like, subscribe. Much love and peace out. Please enjoy these pictures of my adorable dog and just hug your pup extra tight for me tonight or today whenever I post this. Love you.